there, and welcome to A Life That Glows Yoga. My name is Tanya Neely, and today I'll be sharing with you some tips and ideas to help you manage your stress and anxiety over the holidays. Let's do this together. Wouldn't it be great to have a stress-free holiday? I know I would love that as well this year. And there are all different kinds of things that can bring a lot of stress or anxiety around the holidays. We'll dive into those today, as well as what actually causes stress and how we experience it in our bodies. I'm a registered yoga teacher with extensive training in yoga psychology and a master's in education, and I am passionate about helping women move from feeling uncomfortable in their own skin and stuck in negative self-talk to feeling really comfortable and at home in their bodies, empowered to create a life that truly glows, even during the holiday season. Take a hot minute to like this video, hit subscribe so you don't miss a beat for Wednesday vlog post and Friday yoga together. And if you know a woman who should be part of this growing community and important conversation, please consider sharing this channel with her as well. Now, if you've caught any of my previous vlogs, you know that we speak a lot about mindfulness here. A lot of that is focused on our body image, but we can bring that mindfulness from our yoga mat to all areas of our life off the mat as well. The first thing we want to do is start to build some awareness of what causes us stress and really understand what stress is in the first place. So stress is a chemical response in your body. It is not just you going crazy, I promise. This chemical response is triggered by emotions you might have or thoughts that we have that are triggered by circumstances in our lives. And the holiday season can really bring a lot of circumstances that trigger stress or anxiety. The first thing you want to do is start to build awareness of what triggers your stress response during the holiday season. And I really would recommend writing it down, making it visible to yourself. So a couple of things that might be on your list: family events, office parties, picking out specific clothes that you might need to wear for these things, drinking versus not drinking, food that you might see more of during the holiday season that might throw you off your normal routine or a new routine that you're trying to create, travel, family or being alone, gifts that you might need to purchase, to-do lists, decorations, that darn elf on the shelf, and potentially stressful conversations. For example, if you're trying to conceive and really don't even want to go down that road in a dinner conversation. Take time to build your awareness of what kinds of things trigger your stress and anxieties during the holiday season. Building that awareness muscle off the mat is just as important as building that body awareness muscle on your yoga mat. Tip number 2. Whether your list is really long or not, I'm going to encourage you and invite you to pick one thing to focus on for now. It's really easy to get lost in the weeds and start to feel overwhelmed by all the potential stressors that come along with the holiday season. But usually there is one trigger that's a little bit bigger or causes a bigger response within us than the others. Keep that journal out a little bit longer. After you've chosen that one thing, we really want to delve into the thoughts and the emotions behind that one choice you selected. Often, as I mentioned before, what causes that stress response and that hormone release in your body are the thoughts and the feelings behind that circumstance. So let's take an example of trying to conceive. That can be a really anxiety-producing and stress-related conversation that you simply want to avoid. There are a lot of thoughts and emotions that come up with that. So take some time to flush out what your feelings are about that situation that you chose and what your thoughts are about that situation as well. It's simply going to help you get really clear on the kinds of things that might trigger that stress response. Now you've built that awareness muscle. You know really clearly what those emotions are around that trigger. You know what a lot of your thoughts are around that trigger as well. It's time to take some action and decide what you'd want to do with it. We want to train ourselves, train our brains, train our bodies to respond rather than react. We do this on the yoga mat, through our asana practice, through our breath work, and through meditation. And we do this off the mat as well. Here are 4 ways that you can choose to deal with a holiday stressor. Number 1, eliminate it. Maybe this year you choose not to do an elf on the shelf. Maybe you talk with your family about gift giving and decide only to focus on the kids. Maybe you decide to stay home from some of those family gatherings because you simply want to make it through the holidays in one piece without having another person ask you, when are you gonna make me a grandma? Whatever it is, if eliminating it is the right choice for you this year, take some time to prioritize yourself and simply eliminate it. It's okay. Give yourself permission to say no. If that to-do list has got you feeling overwhelmed, go through and see what you can outsource. Maybe that's decorating your house, and this year you hire someone or some local high school kids to help you put up the Christmas lights. Whatever it is that you need help with outsourcing, the point is ask for help and take some of those things off of your to-do list. Number 3, schedule it. If you know that you've got a really busy holiday season, you've got a lot to do, or it just feels too overwhelming, take out a planner, take out a calendar, and start with the things that are the biggest priorities for you. Maybe that's family time, maybe that's getting to a yoga class. Whatever it is, put those in your schedule first. And lastly, prepare it. And by that, I really mean prepare yourself. So if you can't eliminate a family gathering or an office party, you can at least prepare yourself to decide how you want to show up, the boundaries you want to have in place, the kind of response you want to have to certain conversations or questions that might come up. And ways to prepare yourself are to really think through, what are those boundaries? How would you feel comfortable responding to those kinds of questions or conversations? As well as trying some of the breathing exercises I've shared here on our YouTube channel and the one that we'll work on this Friday together. Last but not least, take time to tune in. If you caught my vlog about 7 ways to listen to your body, the holiday season is the perfect time to do that, even more so. It's going to help you understand that stress response or that anxiety response in your body, as well as equip you with some tools to help you manage that a little bit better. 2 essential oils that I love to use for both stress and anxiety that are really, really grounding is a blend called Balance or a blend called Peace. Aromatherapy is fantastic to help manage stress and anxiety because it is the only sense, our sense of smell, that is immediately connected to the brain. It sends a trigger or a signal to the amygdala to slow down from that fight or flight response that the stress incites, and it helps it to simply start to calm down. It also really encourages you to take an immediate deep breath. The more that you can manage and control your breath, the deeper you make your breath, the more you are going to start to stimulate that parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest, digest, and heal portion of your nervous system. You might notice that when you're feeling anxious or stressed, your breath gets really high up here in the throat or in the chest and becomes very shallow, and that is stimulating fight or flight. What we want to do is exactly the opposite. Another great option is a really nice slow flow or restorative or yin yoga sequence. And I'll be sharing one with you here on Friday that I think that you'll enjoy to help you manage that stress and anxiety over the holidays. Thank you so much for joining me today. If something in here really landed for you, or you found a tool that you really want to be putting into place over the holidays, please comment below, let me know. And if you know a woman who should be part of this growing community and this important conversation, please consider sharing this video and this channel with her. As always, the light in me sees you and honors the light in each and every one of you. I'll see you this Friday on the mat. Namaste.